Okay, guys, so it is day 3 of Date Island, and I am going to just be sipping on this lime water. I've got about half a lime in here. I've got another one over there. And yeah, I'm just gonna get really nice and hydrated before I move on to my dates. But I'm getting hungry, so I'm probably gonna do them soon. Okay, so here's date smoothie number 1. There's about 14 dates in here, maybe 14 and a half. I ate one and a half while I was making it, along with some celery, just tiny little bits of, the celery stalk that I didn't eat from yesterday. And it was funny. I actually, I actually forgot to put the vanilla in it, and then I had a taste of it, and I was like, ugh, this is not even good. What did I do? The spirulina I also put in there, so that was kind of what threw it off and made it not taste so good. So you definitely, especially if you're gonna be adding like spirulina, I definitely recommend to add some vanilla. I don't know what it is. It just makes it taste so delicious and a little bit naughty. And I'm waiting on my package. It should be here in like 20 minutes or half an hour or maybe an hour. I'm so excited though. And yeah, then I'm gonna try to take Rocky out in this cold, cold weather. Hey guys, I took the dog out for a walk even though it's freaking freezing cold outside. Literally, we did not walk far. I haven't been biking or doing any roller skating this week at all. We gave the other dog back that I was watching, and I'm still kind of healing up, of course, so I didn't want to push it too hard on either of those fronts. In fact, I wasn't doing any yoga at all either. So today I went ahead and decided to start doing some yoga, and I finished my first smoothie. I showed you guys that. Excuse me. And the other thing that I wanted to tell you guys just right now is I think that yesterday, part of my reason why I didn't have any progress and why I was also lured into eating a lot more food was because not a lot more food, but I haven't been doing all that great on my water ever since I've been sick. And I just kind of abruptly stopped exercising. I just haven't been as thirsty, I guess. I've been like drinking the kombucha and like lemon water and stuff like that, which I forgot to put in my first video that I was drinking lemon water still. But anyway, besides the point, I got my water over here. Well, that's my old lemon water, and this is my water. I'm lazy and I didn't take my Gatorade down yet to get it rinsed out right away because I've been working on some videos for y'all. It's all your fault, you guys. No, just kidding. So I just had some water in, my bottles that I always use, and I just decided to go ahead and pour it in there to kind of help rinse it out while I'm drinking it. You know me, always thinking ahead. So yeah, that's about it. Guys, so I took my Plexus, drank all that water easily, and this is my little new creation. I've got, as you can see, some celery sticks here, and I took like, I don't know, maybe a cup of celery, probably less because there's not that much here. Half a cup, 2/3 of a cup, 3/4 of a cup, something of celery, and about 4 dates. And I put them together in the blender with a little bit of water, and I have to tell you, this is delicious. It's really good. It's kind of like sweeter than I would normally have a dip, but I also added some garlic, Costco garlic, herbs, also some roasted red pepper flakes. So, sorry, mirror's dirty. Don't care. Just got a spicy kick. It's something a little bit different. I was really craving something kind of saltier, more savory. And this is perfect for my taste buds to have a little spice. It's just like, oh yeah, so good. So once again, we have cucumbers, and I'm all out of celery now, so I just made a dip, out of dates and celery, or cucumbers, and spices. Yum. I love you. I love you. I do. Hey guys, so I just had my Plexus, my second Plexus of the day, and now I'm having my third plate of cucumbers and dip. Hey guys, so I made a 10 banana smoothie or so, just kind of a small one. Gatorade. Just finished up the cucumbers. I think I just showed you that. Another plate of cucumbers. And I've got some peas going in case I want some more veggies because I don't really have any other raw veggies to eat. I'm feeling really energetic today. I think it's because of the plexus, and in a really good mood. Feeling good. This Gatorade is tasting amazing. Not really craving any other things, although there's not too much to tempt me. So, but I'm feeling pretty hungry because I just don't think I've eaten very many calories today. Shake it up. We're gonna watch some basketball in a little bit. The boys are playing on video games right now. What else is new? And get this, they were trying to sleep outside tonight. And literally, I don't even want to know the low. It's probably like 25 or 30. It was 36 this morning. And they want to sleep outside in a wooden teepee. So I know I look super cute. I should probably put some lip balm on or something. But hey, just want to let you know I'm making another 14-date smoothie after my 10 that I just had. So I'm really getting in some dates. And I haven't touched the peas yet. I'm just feeling like more dates. And I know that since it's kind of like a Friday, my kids are on spring break. So it's like, I don't know. I always get the munchies on Friday. So because we stay up later and we're partying, you get the party vibe. And so I might eat the peas later when I have the munchies. Don't worry. Not smoking it. Not smoking it. Haven't done it. Just drank that one time. But anyway, yep, just want to let you know I'm gonna drink some more dates and some vanilla and some water. It's gonna be good. Also, so after the last of the cucumbers that I ate, I had a little bit of that spicy cucumber date mix that I didn't just want to eat plain, so I went ahead and poured it in here. So it's got like this, it's vanilla dates, but it's got like this little spicy kick. So it's really, really interesting and really good. So I like it. Hey guys, so it's kind of bad again. I feel like this is probably, I was like kind of hungry, kind of not. I just kind of decided to eat since the peas were out. Probably could have gone without it, but then I might have got hungry later. I don't know. Went ahead and ate a bunch of peas. And okay, there was a little bit of rice again. Started off with just a tiny bite, and it's like a little gateway drug. Not saying carbs are addictive necessarily. But yeah, there was food. The last of the rice from this whole week, basically, that we've been eating, that the boys have been eating, they're really kind of sick of rice because I never make them do this. I never make them just eat the same thing all week, and pretty much done that. And so basically, they didn't finish their rice, and what they had done is put so much liquid aminos on it. Sorry, I'm like scratching my back right now. Oh, it feels so good. Oh, yeah. So anyway, hey, kitty. It was like unedible. I didn't even really want to give it to Rocky because he doesn't need that sodium either. So I ate it. No, but I put it into the rice. Or shit, I put the rice into the... I put the rice into the peas, and I ate a bunch of them. So, I don't know, it was at least 3 cups of food. Nowhere near even a cup of rice, though. It was probably like a little over half. Maybe 3/4. Maybe it was a cup. I don't know, because I didn't fucking actually measure it, nor do I really care. But, yeah, it's not like right before I'm going to bed. I think that was the problem. Well, it's 8:40. Damn it, why do I always do this? Eating late is like my nemesis here. Hey, kitty. Okay, this was probably not the best choice to go ahead and warm up the rest of the bag of peas, seeing as it is about 10:30 or so, but gotta keep myself awake, and so I'm just watching YouTube and TV, and sprinkled a little bit of roasted red pepper flakes on top of these. That's all they've got on them. And no rice this time, just nice, lovely, lightly sort of steamed. I guess it's boiled because I had kind of a bit of liquid, but you know what? I'm gonna drink that too. So I probably should be drinking more, but you know, if I'm overeating on peas, I think I'll be all right. Hey guys, Clary Bear here. It is day 4 of Date Island, and again, I fucked up. Are you surprised? Probably not. I really feel like this whole process is just really kind of a learning experience for me. Of course, like everything you attempt usually turns out to be some kind of a learning experience. But I really feel like I'm kind of uncovering more about myself things that I didn't necessarily want to look at, like say a week or two ago. And I tend to get in this when I'm feeling good with the veganism. It's like, oh, I'm eating so healthy, so much healthier than like everybody else, right? So like I'm just perfectly healthy, right? And I feel great. Everything's great. I couldn't possibly be any healthier, right? Well, that's not I don't think that's necessarily the way to look at it. I saw something yesterday, gosh, I forget where it was, but it was talking about how, it's exciting that we are never done. We're never really done with our journey, with our wellness journey, whether it's inside or mental or, physiological or emotional or whatever. Like, it's actually really exciting to be able to say, and it keeps you humble, to be able to say, wow, like I still have a lot of growth to do. I still have a lot of good changes to make, even if you feel like you've reached, somewhere where you've never even, dreamed of getting to. So I want to really kind of latch onto that spirit and say, and keep on getting better. And I feel like raw is still calling my name. I feel like it's kind of one of those things because every time I try it, I kind of feel like I gain a little bit of weight probably because I'm not doing it right. Probably because I haven't spent enough time to actually plan out a good raw diet and make it affordable and figure out how I'm going to do it. But I feel like not only the direction that I'm going in, but what I've noticed with my kids is that they don't want the cooked food. They don't want the fucking... Now, that's not true on everything, of course, but some of the things that I'm just trying to shove down their throats, this cooked broccoli and this cooked peas and all these frozen foods from Costco, they're not wanting. They could care less. And I'm like, why am I trying to shove these foods down their throat when there's perfectly healthy raw vegans that don't care about these items? And I start thinking about it, and it's like, well, they do have substances that you need, but of course, they're not the only, vegan foods that have those. And for everything that I was eating those for, iron, selenium, all these other things, there's a raw food that you can find them in. And so let me back up a little bit and tell you kind of how I got to this new like mode of thinking. And it has to do with yesterday, of course. I ate, I'll try to put in below how many dates I had, but I had a good amount of dates. And then I told you I was going to eat some peas. I ate a huge amount of peas. I mean, it was like 10:30 and I was still eating peas. And then I also had a tiny bit of rice and a tiny bit of the new ramen noodles, which I've got to show you those, by the way. They're really good. Anyway, what happened was I ate all of that stuff and I was just so full, literally, with my stomach. Like at the end of the day, I'm like, why? Why? Why do I do this to myself? I really don't think, I did get more nutrients yesterday. I think I got about 90%. I did get more nutrients, but I really don't feel so I really don't feel like my body's like locking in all of these nutrients that are in the peas and that I had to eat them to get up on my nutrients. I really feel like it was just a habitual thing. I kind of honestly, not smoking anymore, not drinking anymore, and also I don't have a boyfriend. I've had a boyfriend for most of my life, so there's no sex happening, and it's like, what do I do? What do I fill my time with? And this is kind of the realization that this date island has led me to. It's like, wow, I really am just filling my time with eating. And no, that's not really a healthy way to be. It's not, even if I'm gorging myself on plant foods, usually cooked ones, that's not healthy. It's not good to do right before bed, especially. I need to like basically get a life, I mean, I would be like working on videos, but it's like you're at that point where you're so tired that you don't really want to do anything. But and also Tanny Raw, one of her videos really put this into perspective for me yesterday too. When you're eating, even if you're eating, it was a video titled Low LFRV, low fat raw vegan, like emotional eating or binge, something like that. Something like, I think it was emotional eating. And it's so obvious, but it's just the way she put it. You're, even with raw vegan foods, even with really healthy foods, if you just eat so much where you just have to lay down, even with really healthy foods, if you eat so much of them to where you just feel completely sick, which can be done with raw vegan foods. I would say more so with high fat raw vegan foods, but I'm sure it can be done with any foods. It takes all of your vital energy to where that's what it's focused on, is digestion. And it takes your feeling, it numbs you in a way, because your body has to stop what it's doing with everything else and focus on that. It's just like drinking in a way. And when she said that, it was just like, wow, this is totally what I'm doing. So I think that maybe starting up some more yoga and meditation in the evenings would be a good thing to do. I know Andrew Perlott talks about that a lot, to avoid like binge eating and stuff. His meditation is really good. And, I think that obviously always the first step is admitting that you have a problem. So I feel proud of myself, even though yesterday was kind of a fail and I gained like 3 pounds off of fucking peas and shit. Like, and there was a little bit of the broth, so it's sodium and stuff like that, and also the fact, I had 3,800 calories and I'm not exercising, so it's like, wow. It's a lot of calories, and it's kind of embarrassing, but this is my process. This is what's going on, so I'm not gonna hide it. And it's just, I can be happy that I've at least learned this much and can now move forward. And I feel also like I don't do that with fruit. And I know Ted Carr talks about this too. You can't overeat on fruit. A lot of people talk about this. I've heard Doug Graham talk about it. I've heard Freely talk about it. It's like, wait a second. I have never stuffed myself to the point of really not feeling good. Maybe like if you consider like bananas and dates in the very beginning, where you're like, oh, I'm so full. But it's not that same feeling. Like last night with the peas, it was like, literally, I gave myself like 55 ounces of peas. Like, I ate a good big old bag of them, like, I don't know how much has gone out of it, but, oh, shit, it was a lot of peas. That might be an exaggeration. I did not measure, so this might be way off. But I don't feel like that's a natural thing to do. And I really was just kind of doing it out of boredom and trying to fill this need, whatever it is. So I really, like I said, want to look into that and kind of see what that need is, how can I satisfy that somewhere else, and just kind of face the problem. And I think really deep down, like somebody was telling me yesterday, like, oh, you don't need to lose weight and yada yada yada, and I really think that deep down my subconscious is just trying to figure out this problem, even rather than just lose weight. I think the weight will come off obviously when I'm not doing all this emotional eating, but I really think it's like crying out to just go ahead and solve that problem, because I really feel like my body is not gonna be getting enough healing time over the night. When you eat at night, your body is supposed to be doing other things. Your digestion actually goes to sleep with you, or it should. So if your body's sitting there having to digest this food, and a lot of times if you go to bed with a lot of food in your stomach, you'll feel it the next day. You feel it. I used to get pains because of it, and now I can just still kind of feel it. It may not be sitting, in the stomach, or it may not be, but it's just not, you can tell it's just not digested well. So, and like I said, why is it that why is it that I really only do this with cooked food? It's not even just fruit. I don't really do it with salad. I've eaten a lot of salad, but, I think it's different with raw foods. You have to eat a lot, but I really don't feel like I've ever just sat down and truly binged out. Like last night, I really feel like it was a binge because I wasn't in control. I knew what I was doing. I knew I shouldn't be doing it, and I kept doing it anyway. So anyway, that's pretty much what happened. That's where I'm at. I decided for the rest of this date island that I'm doing over the weekend, today's Friday, planning on going today and tomorrow, my last 2 days. So I really want to go out with a bang, and I obviously the way that I want to do that is to get some raw foods, because of the greens. I feel stupid for thinking that, but I was erroneously thinking, oh, it doesn't matter what kind of greens you're eating. You could eat cooked broccoli, you could eat cooked peas, and I thought that it would be like, although it wouldn't be probably as good, that it would be somewhat similar, and obviously that's not the case. I think especially when you're limiting yourself and trying to do this cleanse type of thing, you really need to stick to the raw for the rest of the day. So I definitely want to stick to getting some good lettuce, maybe some celery, and some cucumbers, maybe something like that, just so I can really stick to it and have a good couple of days. I just kind of want to share with you guys what I looked at here this morning. I was trying to figure out how I could possibly go raw, and maybe even just raw during the week, save the potatoes and whatever else for the weekend. But I was looking at, I found 3 different days where I could do 100% on the daily values. I'm not going to tell you exactly what they are right now. I might do that in another video, or you'll see a what I eat video in the future if I decide to go this route. But I just want to share with you quickly some of the foods that I'm going to be focusing on to get some of the nutrients that I've been low in. Okay, so oatmeal is number 1. I haven't been making a lot of banana and ice cream, which is my ideal way to eat the oatmeal, is to put it into the ice cream. And I think it's got selenium in there. Again, I'll revisit this. Apricots are something that I actually have that I need to eat more of for hitting my nutrients that I'm low in. Cauliflower, broccoli, hot chili peppers, Brazil nuts for selenium. Just getting Brazil nuts and eating 1 a day is something that I definitely need to consider doing. And that's about it. Yellow peppers. So those are foods that, again, are kind of going to replace some of the nutrients that I was getting through the peas and the broccoli, the cooked broccoli. I'm going to try to kind of get into a groove where I can do this cheaply, and I'll share my journey with you guys as usual. Thank you so much for joining me. Let me know your thoughts. I'm always up for constructive criticism. I'm not perfect, obviously. And, if you have tips on what works for you or ideas what may work for me, then definitely let me know. I'm just trying to find this groove of like affordability and best possible health and what's easiest. And I think that's what everybody's trying to do. So, yeah. So anyway, I'm sure today is going to be a better day. I will be sharing with you again day number 4. And today is the first day of spring break for the kids, so that'll be interesting. I've already kind of told them, just, this is your food, this is what you can eat, just have at it. They're eating cereal with soy milk for breakfast and guacamole. Guacamole for breakfast in this household. I'm like, hey, go for it. So anyway, I'm going to go off to the store, and I will probably show you guys when I'm done what I got.